Good morning, beautiful souls who decided to tune into the most ancient scripture of them all, at least one of them, the Bhagavad Gita, part of the Mahabharata, the great poem, and yet at the same time, in just 800 verses, everything that you need to know is in there. Everything that can give you the next level of awareness, the next level of devotion, the next level of being here now. It's this Gita scripture. So I'd love to be in your shoes, my dears, and I am in because I am you, right? I am I am you. You are me. We are one. So I'd love to be in your shoes. In other words, good karma, really good karma. I have to believe. I have to believe, and it's even at the end of the book, Yogananda's second volume of God Talks to Arjuna, that if you even held the book, if you even your eyes just glanced at the verses, that you would be in a high place, that you'd be carried into a very, very high place, my dear. So anyway, good discernment. Hello, Narayan Ji. Thank you. Thank you for coming on. When I got on this morning, it was so early. And hello, Narayan Ji. Yay. God bless you. God bless you. And that beautiful smile, beautiful energy. Thank you. I got up at a godly hour this morning. Don't ask me why. But then I got on my computer and it wouldn't log me in. So then I was thinking, okay, well, let's see what happens from here. Anyway, we figured something out. My savior, my wife, a lot more techie than me. Anyway, here we are, my dears, and we're still on this verse 24. We're still on chapter 17, but we're winding it down. And there's only 18 chapters to this. Only, yeah, chock filled, power packed, each verse. And then you add Yogananda's commentary and Yogananda's and the other avatars, the Christ, the Krishna, and so on. They're always with us, you know. They're never apart from us. They're in every thought we have. They're in every choice that we have. They're in every down moment that we have. So there's no need for us to panic now. Right? There's no need to panic, my dears. And I'm at 7 planets in Aries, so if ever there was someone who wants to panic, it's me because of this Aries fire. Fire! Get out of here! Fire! All right. So go up to the top of the page if you have your books. If you have your books, go up to the top of the page on page 1009. And it's interesting how we were talking about the Om is everything. And the day's topic is it's the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the beginning and the end that never ends, the Alpha and the Omega. We are that which is never born, never dies. We are that which is endless, tireless, sacred, sacred geometry to say the least, and completely in the spirit, completely in spirit. Spirit are us, and we are spirit. But we were talking about the chanting Om last week, and we at the end of the session, we said that after all of this expanding in the Om, vibrating with the Om, and expanding into endlessness, quite frankly. But the final thing in this verse, that was 23. It says, then in ecstasy, my dears, we suddenly see that our body is an atom or a cell in the cosmic body. Do you know we're just an idea in the thought of God? Yeah. It's the same thing in that little book, Jonathan Livingston Seagull, which was one of my favorite books. And at the end, he tried to convert all the other seagulls that weren't interested in learning how to fly, really fly. And that meant, being multidimensional, not just flying with the wings, but flying with the consciousness. And I think at the end he said, all right, my other goals that we're going to check it out to see if they wanted to follow this amazing Jonathan Livingston Seagull, this awakened seagull, that they were going to follow him. And his very first words to the tribe, to the seagulls that were thinking of following his teachings, was the very first thing, the most important thing to remember is who you are, is who you are already. So I never forgot that. But the same thing applies here. We're just in a ongoing course here, my dears, on planet Earth, of remembering who we are, right? And to let that nervous system of ours find gentleness and find peace and find devotion and find a nest there, a safety place, a refuge that we can live in peace for the rest of our days in this incarnation, and hold that for our world. And the love for the divine, we hold that as well for the world and for everybody. But anyway, in ecstasy, we suddenly see our body as an atom or cell in the cosmic body. And perceiving the cosmic body as his own, we feel it in the cosmic Om sound and the Christ intelligence in all of creation. And by further advancement, we become conscious of God's presence not only in creation, but the God, the Father, beyond creation. So we start here now. That's a pretty good thing, that ecstasy, right? Takes care of it. Takes care of it. You know what else takes care of it? Just a little bit of joy can go a long way. I think there used to be like a joy perfume. I remember as living in the ashram, I still have to, but give gifts to my mother and this and that. And I remember I was in the advertising department uh, in the ashram, and we would go, and there was a sell on joy perfume, and I bought some for the girls in the family. Joy. So even a little bit of joy goes a very long way, my dears, very long ways in this growing and expanding with the Om, the audible utterance of Om, as it says now on top of the verse 24, which the verse says, therefore, the acts of the followers of Brahman, the acts of the followers of Brahman, which is spirit, sacrifice, they do gift giving, they have austerities, and they're enjoined by the scriptures, always starting, whatever it is they do, always starting with the chanting of Om. You start with the chant of Om just to tune up. It's like a tuning fork. It's like tuning up the strings of your heart as well, and tuning up the nervous system as well. Just a chant of Om. You start with that. You continue whatever you're doing with that consciousness, still knowing there's an omnipresent energy, vibration called the Om that is going on as the activating Christ intelligence in this physical creation. Wow. That's not a bad little thing to bring into play, would you say, my dears? If you want to bring it into play in the play that you're playing, in the sacred drama and trauma and liberation, all of it in this lifetime. Not too shabby to think that this Om is omnipresent, just like you and you like it. Omnipresence. Omnipresence, I am Om. All pervading, I am Om. Om, come to me, oh, come to me. Right? One of Yogananda's chants. All pervading, all blessed. Sound of Om. So, audible utterance of Om. This is now the verse 24 that I just read. And this is Yogananda's commentary on page 1009. Audible utterance of Om. Om, I'm home. Om. Another beautiful chant of Yogananda's in his chant book is Divine Gypsy. I will be a gypsy. I will be a gypsy. Roam, roam, and roam. Roam and roam with the Om. I'll sing a song that none has sung. I'll sing a song that none has sung. I'll sing to the sky. I'll sing to the wind. I'll sing to the sky. I'll sing to the wind. I'll sing to my red cloud. I'll sing to my red cloud. I'll roam, roam with Om. I'll roam, roam with the Om. I'll be the king of the land through which I roam. I like to add, I'll be the queen of the land through which I roam. I will be a gypsy. Anyone want to be a gypsy today? I will be a gypsy, roam, roam, and roam, roam, roam with the Om. I'll sing a song that none has sung. I'll sing a song that none has sung. I'll sing to the sky, I'll sing to the wind. I'll sing to the sky, I'll sing to the wind, and I'll sing to my red cloud, and I'll roam, roam with Om. Yeah. There we go. That's a nice little song to add to this unceasing, ongoing, omnipresent music of the spheres, my dears, the Om vibration. And the first words Yogananda says here at this verse 24 says, audible utterance of Om produces, my dears, a sense of sacredness. So you know, whether you want to do it or not want to do it or kind of want to do it or you remember it from time to time, audible utterance of Om produces a sense of sacredness. Powerful line. If you want to believe in Yogananda's commentary, the master speaketh, and the master speaketh truth. So the audible utterance of Om produces a sense of sacredness. All right, good little pithy sentence to remember, that the audible utterance of Om produces a sense of sacredness. You got to love it, right? Even as a devotee feels awe at the sound of the word God. I don't know, what does God represent to you in the sound of God if someone says God? Maybe they're even cussing them with the word, but it's still God. And you can feel it and sense it and experience it any way you want. But do you sometimes feel an awe just when someone says the word God or you say the word God? God, Christ, Guru. God, Krishna, Christ, Guru. God, Krishna, Christ, Guru. God, Krishna, Christ, Guru. God, Krishna, Christ, Guru. I've surrendered to thee. I've surrendered to thee. I've surrendered to thee. I've surrendered to thee. So accept me, accept me, accept me, accept me. God, Krishna, Christ, Guru. God, Krishna, Christ, Guru. Make me worthy of your love. 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 God, Krishna, Christ, Guru. Have you heard that? That the monks do that song, whether they're from the YSS ashram of Yoganandas or the Devananda and that Kirtan group. Yeah. Have you ever heard that song? Yeah. And then the final little verse is, um, I am thine, thou art mine. I am thine, thou art mine. Be thou mine, be thou mine, be thou mine forevermore. I am thine, thou art mine. I am thine, thou art mine. Be thou mine, be thou mine, be thou mine, forever mine. So the sound of the word God, that all came from just saying that a devotee can feel the awe, the sound of God. At the beginning of all acts and rituals, the beginning of your day, let's say, my dears, at the beginning of eating food, at the beginning of doing your chores, at the beginning. Remember how powerful that audible utterance of Om produces a sense of sacredness and a sense of awe. And at the beginning of all acts and all rituals, and life is a ritual. I like to think of it that way. It's a ritual. Everything is sacred. Everything is God. Everything is can be a God moment, my dears. Spirit and soul, spirit and nature dancing together, victory to spirit and victory to nature, right? So at the beginning of all acts and rituals, repetition of the holy syllable Om, or the pranava is another name for Om, pranava, symbol of the divine. You know what it does? If you want to have an audible, and if you were in football world, an audible is that when you come up to the line and you check out the defense, you realize, oh, the play we had planned ain't going to work with that defense. So I'm going to call an audible. I'm going to call a different play. So in this sense, Yogananda talks about the repetition of the holy syllable Om, the pranava, symbol of the divine, removes. So you want to call, you ready? You ready? If you have some taints and defects that interfere in all your human activities, even the highest ones, they're just nagging at you, right? Those less desirable moments or thoughts that you're thinking or choices that you make, the less desirable kind. So the repetition of the holy syllable Om, the pranava, symbol of the divine, removes those nags, remove those snags, removes those things that are tugging, you know, that tugging at your higher self that wants to, start flapping her wings, his wings, and start to fly, learn to fly, right? Channel, channel removes the taints and defects that are inherent in all human activities, even the highest ones. You want to clear the slate, my dears, at any time during at any time during the day, the week, the month, the year. Channel. It's the remedy. It's the rescue remedy that we're being given our dogs when the lightning hits, right? It really works with the animals. It certainly will work with you. This is the rescue remedy. What do? You channel. Unless you unless you're too much in a panic mode, which my Aries sign kind of forces on me sometimes. But luckily for me, I've done little bit of work on the spiritual side. So I usually end up in the refuge. I usually end up in the Divine Mother's arms. So all is well that ends well, right? When you have those practices that will always be there for you. And it's not just the practice that's there waiting for you, it's the beloved that's waiting for you. So Yogananda goes on. We're still on page 1009, my dears. Are you with me? However, real understanding of Om is obtained only by hearing it internally. So Yogananda has the Om technique, right? Chanting Om with that technique and that little bar, that little Om thing to rest your elbows on. They offer those at self-realization, so you can practice Om without plugging, you can plug up your ears, the trachea of your ears, and he gives you a technique to practice the Om, to listen. So, however, real understanding of Om is attained only by hearing it eternally and then becoming one with it in all creation. That's all. Hearing it internally and becoming one with it in all creation. Well, that's not so hard. That's not so hard. You're already one with all creation. You're just one with the one. You've always been one with the one, and you'll always be one with the one, my dears. So, all those stressors, wipe them out. Just channel. All those panic moments, wipe them out. Just channel. Health issues, channel. Yeah, it can happen after the fact. You can have your little, you know, reaction, and then you start to come back through the guru's grace into the moments where you can you use the whether any shade of the light or the dark in your life, and you can just clean it up, clear the slate. Taintless art thou. So that is why the ancient sages prohibited the study of the Vedas to those who were kayashta, or body identified, because it's an internal listening to the subtlest sound in the universe, and that the most powerful. There's happy girl. Yeah. To all those who are body identified, they wouldn't allow it in the Vedas to teach the internal listening, because the people were body bound. The only thing they're going to listen to is, their heartbeat, maybe, well, or whatever other noise is going on within the human. So that is why the ancient sages prohibited the study of the Vedas to those who were kayashta, or body identified, and thus unreceptive to the cosmic sound Om. But receptivity, Narayan G and Mary and Alex and Lisa and Jim, is a wonderful thing to have, to be receptive to the inflow of God's love and wisdom, and Divine Mother's loving, tender mercy, and her amazing grace, right? That we are able to be receptive at all times, whether it's the sound of the Om, the Guru's presence, the soul's, guidance, the soul's ongoing blessings to help clear away some of the debris, the karmic debris that we still need to pay off. We still have maybe a credit debt on our karma. Om it, om it. So in the Bible, and this is how I got our title for this morning, in the Bible, St. John tells us, and you may have heard this before, I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day, and heard behind me a great voice, as of a trumpet, saying, I am Alpha and Omega, the first and the last. That was St. John, hearing the Spirit on the Lord's day, and heard behind him a great voice as of a trumpet saying, I am Alpha and Omega, the first and the last. The omnipresent Om vibration by which God, so what's the Alpha and Omega and the first and the last? It's the Om. The omnipresent Om vibration by which God created and sustains the heavens and the earth. And devotees who can spiritually commune with Om, it's all about communion, right? Remember the wafer back in the days, if you were a Catholic boy or girl? Go up and have communion. Another way of saying communing with Christ consciousness. That little wafer represented that. And understand, devotees who can spiritually commune with Om So we're in communion, my dears, whether you know it or not. Highly recommend that you and I know it better, if possible, right? If we remember and understand its omnipresent significance, how it expands us, how it takes away all the grody, can we say? Take away all the grody, all the worry, all the fears, all the phobias, so that we are able to feel God the Father, beyond creation, manifested in creation as a creative cosmic vibration. So there's God the Father beyond creation, vibrationless joy, vibrationless joy. There's not a movement, there's no agitation at all. It's perfect stillness. To feel God the Father beyond creation, how can we ever begin to try to explain that? God the Father beyond creation. We'll know it when we know. And then none else will know, because you will know. None else knows. We will be able to feel God the Father beyond creation, manifested in creation as creative cosmic vibration. In other words, I come to the garden alone, all the dew's still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God discloses. As we as he walks with me and he talks with me and tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there. See, little joy perfume, walking with the Christ daily. That's the Christ intelligence in creation. Same thing. And it's the Om vibration as well. The Christ and the Om go together perfect as a creative cosmic vibration, sustaining the creation, vibing in the creation. So all aspiring yogis, Yogananda goes on to say, who would be performers of the inner holy rites, the ones that chant Om before, during, and after a ritual, a choice you make, an errand you run, feeding the dogs. You're a performer of the inner holy rites, my dears. Just chant Om. It's another thing. Those who feed their animals every day, chant Om. Spiritualize the food. If you're cooking a meal, another way of saying put love into it. Also, chant Om. Same thing. It's all the same. God just wants you to be with him always. My Lord, I will be thine always. My Lord, I will be thine always. Devotees may come, devotees. No, it's a, I may go far, farther than the stars. I may go far, farther than the stars, but I will be thine always, O Lord. My Lord, I will be thine always. Devotees may come, devotees may go. Devotees may come, devotees may go, but I will be thine always, my Lord. That's when we become a performer of the inner holy rites. My Lord, I will be thine always. And when I die, look into mine eyes. When I die, look into mine eyes. They will mutely say, I will be thine always. O Lord, O Lord, my Lord, I will be thine always. Don't you love Yogananda's chants? Don't they add a little something or a lot of something? Like you get that tune in your mind and you all of a sudden are practicing the presence because you're rewired, you reprogramming with the guru's vibration, whether it's his words or his teachings, and of course his unceasing companionship and friendship, always with us, never apart from us, unbroken union that we have with him. So all aspiring yogis who would be performers of the holy rites of consuming restlessness and delusion, is these holy rites, they just create a higher frequency, my dears. And it consumes the restlessness that we have and the delusion that we have. And it puts it again into this beautiful thing called the fire of ecstasy, givers of unconditional devotion to God and cultivators of true perception through self-mastery must begin must begin their progress on the spiritual path by first chanting Om. Wow. These have been good lessons on Om, don't you think? And Om is so easy because it's omnipresent and it's all pervading. It's all blessed. It permeates every particle of our being. It permeates everything. So that was quite a sentence, right? All aspiring yogis, which you are, Narayan, Mary, Alex, Lisa, Jim, myself, all aspiring yogis who would be performers of these inner holy rites or chanters of the Om vibration inwardly, quietly, doesn't have to be with your voice, who would be performers, are performing holy rites every time you chant Om. There's a sacredness to it, and it consumes your restlessness. How's that, my dears? And also your delusion. It consumes it in the fire of ecstasy. How's that, my dears? And becomes givers of unconditional devotion to God, right? Just like that song, in the valley of sorrow, 1,000 years or till tomorrow. In the valley of sorrow, 1,000 years or till tomorrow. But I'll wait to see you, just you. My Lord, I want to see only you, just you. My heart's aflame, my soul's on fire. My heart's aflame, my soul's afire. Just for you, just you. That unconditional devotion to God can come through singing those cosmic chants of Paramahansa Yogananda. Not a bad little hobby to have on a rainy day, right? Or uh, walking in the meadows day. Not a bad thing to be having a little Yogananda vibrational chant going on in this brain of ours, wouldn't you say? So, unconditional devotion to God, givers of unconditional devotion to God, and cultivators. We're all those things. We're the ones that consume restlessness and desires in the fire of ecstasy. We're the ones that are constantly chanting Om because it's our home in the Om. We're divine gypsies. We're divine gypsies. We roam and we roam with the Om, right? We sing a song that none has sung. We sing to the sky. We sing to the sky. We sing to the whatever the lyrics there. Yeah, we sing to our red cloud in that beautiful chant of Yogananda's as well. Divine Gypsy, that's another one of his chants. Cultivators of true perceptions. We're divine gypsies. We cultivators 2 of true perception through self mastery. And we begin all of this. And we begin in the big picture, the progress on the spiritual path. We started by first chanting Om, page 1010, top of the page. And then, after chanting Om, communing with Om by hearing this sacred word syllable or symbol, this sacred word symbol of God present right within this body temple. Wow. You know, this technique of meditation is a footnote down at the bottom of 1010. The technique of meditation on Om is taught as preparatory to Kriya Yoga in the Self-Realization Fellowship lessons. Yeah. Wow. Pretty interesting, isn't it? This is why we go through every word. We've gone through every word. There's hardly any words that I've left out, unless they were just, total Sanskrit and it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't mean anything to us. But for the most part, for the 99.9%, we haven't we haven't left out one of Yogananda's words because they're permeated with bliss. That's why. And guess what? That's how we become permeated with bliss. What did Yogi Paramahansa Yogananda bring to us? A deluge of consciousness, of divine consciousness, of divine um, sweetness, friendship, and unbelievable, grace, amazing grace, and being our best friend to boot, and so on and so forth. In other words, my dears, we are so blessed. So, we have verse 25, 26, 27, 28, and then we're done with chapter 17. We're not Russian, are we? We're not Russian. We don't live in Russia. We're not rushing. Okay, listen. So maybe we'll leave it at that, my dears, for our Gita. How is everybody doing? Everybody okay? If you're still awake, huh? This stuff sinks in. That's why I started the way I started. This is the way I end the way I end. And in the beginning, it is what it is, right? That we just, yeah, look at two. There we go. Thank you. I mean, really, honestly, your souls are amazing. Really, really amazing, right? And thus make that carry over so that you know that your life is amazing and amazingly blessed and amazingly soaring, soaring higher and higher, right? Look at Alex and Mary. It's just amazing to me that you all would come on such an early hour. I must have got up at 4 my time this morning. I don't know. I was thinking I had to get ready, and I did because my my email, they shut down my email. And then I had to kind of get Trish up, my savior. Anyway, it's all working out. Now we'll see if I can get everything squared away for the meditation, the inspiration of what we do next, which is really just an inspiration, a, a another little deluge of reminders, 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 reminders. That's all. Just so again, we download the frequencies, my dears, enough to last a whole day and maybe even a whole week. And as you go along and you're able to you sustain the awareness of that, then it works through the whole month. And then, if we can fill the days and minutes, the weeks and the months with this constant union And this connection with the Om and connection with the Guru and connection with your true self, your soul, guess what? If you can do it in the minutes and the days and the weeks and the months, then automatically your whole life will be filled with the presence. Yogananda has such a quote like that. All right. Well, much love to you, Narayan, Mary, and thanks for the hearts. Thanks for your loving attention. It wouldn't be the same without each of you here. So this is giving us another sacred ritual that we're becoming really soulfully in communion, soulfully in communion. You don't come to a thing that's all about communion and union and oneness and not all of a sudden find that your heart, your soul is connected in union, in communion, in oneness with the other souls that have come for a similar purpose. So there we go. More inspiration to last an eternity. Thank you, my dears. Love you so much. And we'll see you when we see you. We'll see you in communing. We'll see you and feel you and be with you every time we chant Om or say Om or whisper Om. And that is that. So be it. Much love and light, my dears. Namaste. God be with us.